as you know, today it's a very basic subject, better room, better behavior, better learning. I've titled this workshop. Sometimes I think the most basic rules we forget because we think it's so easy. Yes, I will do it tomorrow or next day, and then the time is going on, and we know that we should do something, but we don't know. So I tried, ask maybe also your children. I was, every time when I got into the room of my daughter, I was like, oh my God. Everywhere there were like clothes lying around, toys, books, and it was like, oh my God, I was really like getting crazy. And always you were fighting, you have to clean up your room. And I felt bad afterwards. My daughter was crying, I was crying, and it was not a good time. So I said, we have to do something. And we tried, or I started to read about, and then say, okay, we are going in action. So the program today will be first introduction, but I think this I can leave it because you already know me, and there is no new member at this workshop, so I think I can just skip this introduction. Then I will show you about the chaos in my room, the impact that has the environment on our persons, so especially on our children, and organization of the room. And of course, what my experiences were with my daughter and how it was before and how it is now. So I skipped this introduction, you know me already. So this is a first picture. So I don't know if you see at this picture, what does it make with you? Do you say, oh, great, this girl is laughing, she's happy? But if you see at her desk, everything is lying around. I think she's a very creative person. But I think if you have to ask her, give me a pen or give me a glue, then she has to search on her desk and have a look after her things. So first of all, it needs a lot of energy because you have to look after it. Second, I'm getting nervous because I'm waiting to get this pen, and then we start to cry, and then again, oh, why didn't you clean up your room? And it's again and again, every time the same story. Also this room, if you go inside, it's like, oh my God. And if you think our brain is working normally, and if you see at this picture, it has already an incredible impact on our brain. So you have to imagine what the impact is on a child with ADHD or autism. So it's 10 times or 100 times bigger. And if you see around the eye, there is no island where you can rest your eye or just stand there and say, oh my God, I don't know where to watch, it's really chaotic. And I think that's also impacting on the brain of the children. They have no space, or it's really like the room is like shouting, like really like, ah. So if you see another room, I don't know, what do you think, or what feelings do you have, Maria and Shaima and Irina, if you see this room, do you say, oh, it's like it is with my children, or do you think, oh, it doesn't affect me very much because it's a creativity? Or what kind of feelings do you have when you see such rooms?
I personally get very irritated in rooms like this. Yeah. And my problem is actually that this is, my kids keep bringing the toys down into our living area. So this, I mean, it doesn't get that messy, but it does get quite messy.
Yeah.
So they don't play in their rooms. Their rooms are basically where the toys are stored and where they sleep and where the clothes are, but then everything is brought down.
Yes. I've took extreme pictures to see the impact. Of course, it's not like this, also as it was with my child, but I think to get really the idea behind it, to see the impact, I took extreme pictures. I think so.
I already I can say I already got to this situation. And what you mentioned about the pen, it was in the other apartment was every day. I needed to sign something because he doesn't find his things on his room and his secretary, so he goes to mine where I had everything like pens and pencils, and he takes one after the other until it's empty as well. And then I want a pen to myself and I can't find one, and then he says, why? I can relate to that, and I want a new beginning, and I know how it's a big effort, but it's easy to do every day a little bit. And what I found, my experience is, I also tended to say, clean up your room or do this. And for a kid with ADHD, it's such a complex demand. He feels overwhelmed and like, I will never be able to do it.
Right.
It's such I will never. And then he can't even start because it's like,
it's so overwhelming, you don't know where to start.
So I think it's up to us to, you will tell us more, but to organize it, and in a way that, you can just try to put it back. I don't know, with stickers, or I'm trying also to go through solutions. Okay, thank you very much.
So the next subject, the cows in my room. So the people get already very impressed if you walk into a room and you look around it, say, okay, it's messy or it's not, it's very cleaned up. But if you will take a picture and have a look at the picture, it will have a bigger impact. And then you will see, oh my God, that's what happened with my room. I took a picture before. I was just looking normally at the room, and I thought, oh, it's not very nice. Maybe we could change something. But afterwards, when I took the picture, it was very incredible, because I think you have another perspective. And I think what I suggest always is to do the picture and then try to analyze the picture with your child. For example, like what do you see? What does the room make with you when you're looking at the picture? And what does your child say about this room? Try to help them with adjectives. Is it loud? Is it dark? Is it messy? Is it it's chaotic? I think when you hear the adjectives, or helping your child with adjectives, you get very close to the feeling of your children, and you can really feel how they are feeling, or imagine how they are feeling.
And I guess you can relate emotions as well, yes, so to that, so which is important to recognize. So when they come to that condition, sometimes in a school or somewhere, when they play with the friends, the same similar emotions they might experience.
And you have to help your child, because I think it's too difficult to them to explain. You have to help them really. What do you think? It's your room dark, it's light, it's heavy, it's cozy, it's messy. Do I feel secure in my room? Because it's too difficult to explain. So if you just can give them a help, I think then you will get a lot of information already about watching together with your child the picture you took about of his or her room. Just what I said before, how does he or she describe the room? And then after that, you can ask your child, how does your dream room look like? How would it be if you could do, or if you could organize your room as you want? But there also help your child to with the colors, because the child maybe will say, oh, I would like to have this and this and this and this. So help him with the colors, materials, or you just wanted to say something, Irina?
Yeah, I just say help with ideas as well. Sometimes they don't know where to start. So
make it's also very funny, and what the children like to do is to make a mood board. You have maybe old magazines, or it doesn't matter what, then you just tell your child, what do you like? And then just make different mood boards. One you make only with colors, one you make only with like objects, and one you make only like materials. So what do you like? Do you like wood? Do you like more like, if it's fussy, like carpet? And then with this, after this, you can really match all these mood boards and find a direction and try to find how could be, or what could be the imagination of your child, how the room could look like. And for example, I have, when I'm using, or when I'm doing or talking with about the colors, I have this, I don't know how it's called in English.
I don't know, just the color samples, yeah.
Can the others see me in the small picture or not in the?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so sometimes only just, I think I bought this, but if you go to Migros, I think in the Migros, yes, they have different papers with different colors, and they are for free. Just take some of them and just show it to your child and say, oh, what kind of colors would you like? But then also try to be more soft colors, not like the very like orange or red, because these colors are very vibrant and they will not calm down your child, so they will push it up. So also pay attention when choosing colors. I know maybe the girls who would all have pink, but maybe say, okay, we can have a pink, but maybe a pastel pink, or match it with the black, with the white, or with the beige. So it's this calm and light touch of the room. So you can a lot influence without that the child does, how do you say, doesn't recognize that you are already having an idea how it could be.
Yeah.
So you give.
So the final choice should be made by child.
Yes. You give the lead. You have the lead.
And leading him to make that decision.
Yeah.
And Vesna, is there like a recommended color or scheme? Like you were saying pastel, but is it better to stay, for example, in yellowish tones or bluish tones, more fiery tone? I mean,
I've did feng shui for 5 years before I started with this ADHD. So I'm a little bit, how do you say in English? Touched by this subject. So normally I try to choose the colors by the element of the child. And then if the child, for example, is like earth, it's all the yellow colors, the brown colors. I try to take always the pastel or the soft color. And where they are sleeping, I recommend always to have more dark colors, because dark colors, they're really calming down, like dark blue. Most of the clients I'm telling to choose dark colors, they say, oh my God, it's like, oh, dark. But if you do just a little wall just beside of the bed, it looks fantastic. But of course, it needs a little bit courage to use those colors. So
and Vesna, by element of the child, you mean element according to his star sign? I'm sorry,
yes,
I'm not very...
Yes.
Okay.
According to his birth date, yes.
Okay.
Because, I had also a child, for example, because every color is connected with an element. For example, blue and black is water, red, orange is fire, all what's white and silver metal colors is earth. And for example, I had a client, and his daughter was always, how do you say in English, doing pee-pee during night?
Yeah, bedwetting.
Yeah, right. And then I came into the room, and it was all blue. So it was really the element water. Water was really overwhelming of water. So we kept a little bit of blue, we took it out. I don't know if it was just because of this, but it got better and better. So the colors can really have a very impact on the environment, because every color has a different vibration. And especially when I'm working with colors, I'm working only with natural colors. These are colors with natural pigments. And when the sun is falling on these colors, it gets a really nice vibration. You can really see if you take an artificial color or a natural color, it's a big difference. They are a little bit more expensive, but it's really worth it. So I don't know if you have more questions about the colors. So
no, thank you.
So next, this I had just, I will show you some pictures to see before and after. It's, if you see the first and the second picture, of course, the second picture is cleaned up, but not only it's cleaned up, you know, you see there is an organization, there's a structure. You don't have this wall decoration. You don't have also the cupboard. There are a lot of books and toys in the cupboard. At the right side, you have also a cupboard, but it's closed. And if you close it, you don't have the eye. It's quite difficult to explain. You see, it's calmer than in the first picture. So also in the room of my daughter, you will see it afterwards. I have it's very maybe clean. I've said to her we have to put maybe a little bit more warm color inside, but it's still, you can feel the calm in the second picture compared to the first picture. And that's also will calm your child if he's surrounded by a room who's calmly decorated. So also here, it's just a little difference, but you see in the second room, in the after room, there is a certain flow. There's like a flow. If I could do an arrow, it's a flow going around the table. And just to putting away the carpet, it's also a big impact on the room. It's really, it's lighter, it's flowing, and it's I don't know how to say, it's clean, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's organized. And they didn't change a lot of things, so you can see only if you just change a few things, just to put away the carpet, that there is nothing on the ground, it gives already a calmer atmosphere. So sometimes it's enough just to take 2-3 things away and then see, okay, how does it look like? Maybe for some it's, oh no, it's too empty for me, but you can really see a difference or already have an impact by just taking away just 1 or 2 things. Yeah, and also you see here, it's also the colors, it's green and blue, but these are like soft colors. It's not really the dark blue or the dark green. It's not this couleur pétillante. I don't know how you say in English. It's I don't know. Yeah. So that's the room how it was before of my daughter. But the first, she was with my son. They were together in one room. And then they had this IKEA, very famous IKEA cupboard. They had a lot of toys. Everything was inside. You see the open space, and it's like it's nice. It's very colorful. But I think for a child with ADHD, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, it's vibrating too much. So what I did, first of all, I put my son out of the room, because I said, first of all, she needs a room just by herself, so that when she's going and she needs to have just peace, she can go to her room and nobody else is inside. So that was the first. Now how it looks today. It's very, how can I explain? It's light, it's clean, it's really structured. If I prepared something here, maybe if you can see it, yeah. That's also very important when you are structuring your room. You have a look of your room, you maybe make a ground plan. I'll show you like this. And the 2 most important things is, where is the door? And where is the window? So that's already enough. Then normally, as you have to imagine, when you are an animal and you have to hide and you go into a room, normally by instinct, the animal goes in an area where he can overview where the enemy is coming in. Maybe it's a little bit a silly story, but just to imagine. So if you are standing here, the best place for the bed would be here, because the child has the overview who is coming inside, so he get not scared, or if someone is coming just and he doesn't see it, or also this in this direction here, so he can also see. So he feels secured because he has the overview of the entrance. And what's also very important, I don't know if it's for every child, but for my daughter, it's very important. She needs to have a wall on one side. She says that she feels more secure if she knows that there's a wall beside a bed. When we were on holiday this summer, she was on a bed, and it was like the room was like this, and the bed was like this, and there was no wall here and no wall there, and it was like a very big crisis, because she said, I can't sleep without a wall next to my bed. So we had to put the bed really to the wall, so that she felt really I'm secure. And the other thing is also, when you're doing organizing your room, the second most important thing is, where is the window? Because if you put the desk here and the child is sitting here, he will always looking outside. He will be always distracted. If you put it here, let's say here, it's also not very comfortable, because the child doesn't really look or hasn't really access to the entrance door. So or you put, when you have the bed here, maybe wait, I had too much on that. My daughter has her desk here, facing the wall. And the wall is completely blank, white. She has no distraction. She can see if someone is coming in, and she doesn't see, here is a cupboard where she has her decoration and all her picture stuff, so it doesn't really distract her, because she's watching at the wall. So I think it's very important, before you start to decorating, to buy curtains, everything, make just a little plan and look where could be the best place to put the bed and the desk. Yeah. Also, what I don't really recommend, when you have the desk here and you have the bed here, so say, oh no, I would like to go to bed instead of studying. So maybe it's not a good idea. But of course, it's personal, and you have to try it out. Some children don't like it at all if you do it like this or this. So you have to try and maybe change a few times till you see that, okay, it's okay for me and it's okay for my child. So I don't know if you have some questions of where to put your bed, or sometimes it's also, if you have more children, it's quite difficult. So it depends always of the room, of the space you have, and that's the other wall where my daughter has her cupboard, where she's putting all, because you can't leave the room only blank with no decoration. So there is a wall where she can put her pictures, where she can put what she wants, because it doesn't distract her when she's learning, because the desk is on the other side. So you can have a wall which is called, also when she's playing, it's in the back of her, so it doesn't distract her. So that's why I think it's very important to organize, to do a little sketch, a plan of the room, and to think where would be the best thing to place, like decoration, bed or desk. So that's her bed. It's on this side, as you see. Also above the bed, there's some pictures. The window is next to the desk, so it's not really distracting her when she's studying. And then she has, of course, if you can see, there is written, follow your dreams, they know the way. So I think it's always good to have such little
motivational notes
Yeah, right. And she's also follow your dreams. And I think it's kind of sentences that can really encouraging you. And I always say, when she's a little bit down, I just say, telling to her, just have a look at your picture, and then she's just smiling. It's small things, but I think it's with a lot of impact. So then I think I have, yeah, colors, what I was talking before. I just will show you a couple of pictures, mood boards I did for Feng Shui. So just, it's nothing for you have used, you for using, but it just to give you impression how the feeling changes, which color we are watching at. So that's all earth colors, brown. You see, it's very calming. It's very, oh, you feel really, I don't know, cozy. It's very
Grounded.
yes, grounded. That's a good, yeah, anchored, or yeah. Then if you see that it's also the brown. It's also in going to the brown color, but it's beige. It's more silent than the other browns because it's lighter and it's.
No.
People come and go. Okay.
Next one, yellow. You see, oh, when you see yellow, when you see this, oh, you feel good. It's like really, it's yeah, you're getting happy. You're smiling.
Energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and turquoise, you feel, oh, it's fresh. It's really, oh my God, it's like, oh. So you see the difference between this, oh, sunny, warm, and this, it's fresh. It's really, so to show you just the impact the colors can have on you. It's very powerful. Or the dark blue, it's again, it's blue, but it's still, you see, it's calming. It's really like, oh, so that's what, just a little bit, how do you say, sideways, just to show you how the colors influence on our environment. Yeah. So organization of the room, that's what I was talking before, how to structure the room, where to place the bed, the desk. And what's also very important for the children is the easy accessibility and quick accessibility and handling. Because if they have to go first, open the cupboard, then have a look, oh, I have to take out tiroir. How do you say in English? Tiroir?
A drawer.
A drawer. Yes. It's already complicated. So it's really as easy as possible and as quick as possible so that they don't even have to think about it, because after a while they get used to it and it's getting automatically. So it's easy accessibility also for the clean up the room, to place the toys and the clothes. So, for example, that's why my daughter, she had before, if you can see on the right side here, there's a cupboard. And she has everything there, underwear, socks, and it was always like, oh my God. Then we bought this cupboard, and then she organized it. I bought this kind of organizers in IKEA. You can buy it. They are not very expensive. So now she's really organizing herself. There's slips and, how do you say, bras?
Brass, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and where the socks are, that she did by herself. They're only gray socks. These are gray socks, and these are the long socks. These are the short socks, colored. And so she really, it's incredible how she become more organized. And it's sometimes there's still lying socks around. It's not that it's always clean, but as it was before, it's really completely changed. The same for the books. Before she had it in a book shelter, and now it's in the cupboard. It's closed. She knows where the books are, but it's closed. So you don't have all these colors. You don't have all these books in front of you. It's closed. It's clean, and you don't have it in front of your eyes. The same for her brushes, her makeup. She doesn't use a lot of makeup, but she still has something. So she really. And she also asked me, can I go with you once to IKEA? And then I buy for my cupboards. And I think it's very important also to include your children, to take them with you, because then they can choose what they want. I think it's very, for them, encouraging them also if they can choose for their room, and then they're also very busy and they're very proud when they arrange their rooms.
Vesna, I'm curious to know, how old is your daughter?
Now she's 13.
Okay.
But it took about, let's say, 1 year and a half to get where she's now. So a lot of work.
Yeah. No, but it's already impressive. So
yeah, it's ready, but it's
well
really
done.
Yeah. But yes, sometimes it's still, when I'm coming in and say, oh my God, you have 3 pair of trousers, you have 2 pullovers. Then I don't start to say, just please, could you just put it where it has to go, and it's okay. And I'm also calm. And if it's one day it's really messy, I don't tell anything anymore, because I know she has improved, and it takes time, and shows that she has also the right to have one bad day or even 2.
No, of course.
So yeah,
we have them too.
yeah, right. Yeah. So the next is her studying place. So if you see, here is her desk. Just above her head, she has all the stuff she needs, the material. So she don't have to get up to get something. So it's also very important when they are learning or studying. It's very good when all the material they need, it's very close to them. So again, they're not distracted. When they have to get up and take something, I could play with this, or I see this and this. So also try to keep everything close to, that they can just put their hand up to take something. It's very it's very helpful. And what helped me a lot with my daughter is this whiteboard. We love to work really with this whiteboard. So normally at the morning when she's asking me, I put her some mathematics. Yeah. And when she's well done, then I do like a little smiley, or sometimes just in the evening, when before I'm going to sleep, I go to her room when she's sleeping and just writing on the board, I love you, or just you did well today. And so in the morning she's so happy when she's watching at the whiteboard, and sometimes also she's writing something for me. So it's something to an interacting board, even if it's mechanical, it's not on the iPad, but it's very good.
But it's even better, otherwise they typing better than actually.
Yeah.
She's still using her writing skills.
Yeah. What I'm doing also sometimes when she has to study for an exam, then they say, oh, Sophia, I'm tired, I'm lying on your bed, and you just do this resume on the whiteboard, and I'm watching, and then I'm asking her question, and then it's quite fun. So it's for both of us. So I think also we have to take it more like with the funny approach. It's easier for both. Yeah. The next, I took a picture from closer, so you can see here, she has organized by colors, like French is pink, mathematics is blue, yellow, it's German, and then also according the dossier she needs are also according to the color she needs. Mathematics, the classer, it's also blue, and also in the agenda, it's also the same color. So she really know, okay, I don't have, that's what I said before, easy handling. Just keep it constantly, like she knows, okay, blue, I don't even have to think, I know it's mathematics. But it depends. For another child, maybe red would be mathematics, so you have to choose. For her, it was clear, mathematics are blue. So then, what is the next? That's her whiteboard, and here she has a weekly plan. So it's not so sharp, but it's like from Monday to, I have to have a look, to Friday, I think, yeah. And so we write together, we are looking at her agenda, and then we see what she has to study, and then we split it in the different days. So she knows, even if she has the agenda of the school, but then we split it for different days, what she has to do today. And I don't have to tell her anymore, she knows it. And she get a feeling to be independent, and more just to try that she is doing it by herself. You just stay beside of her, she's doing the planning. Of course, you still need to help her or him, but after a while she gets used to it, and she knows how to organize even later for her life, or when she will be working. So it's like a funny approach. I took also I found a lot of weekly planners. They're very colored, very nice, but I took also here, I took really white ones to not have this distraction from her side.
So Weston, this is like a paper page from the planner? Or...
Wait, I show you. I just get it.
Okay.
It's like...
Okay, so it's ready weekly planner, so it's...
Yeah, it's for it. I bought it. It's 12 francs 90, and you have really from Monday to Friday, and here's the weekend, and so you can really, and it's yes 53 papers if you make a mistake, so you really can every week. I bought 3 of them, so it's an easy way to do and to plan. You don't have to do a tons of Excel sheets, and it's really, looks, yeah, okay, nice.
Okay, yeah, nice.
So yes, that I showed you already before. That's how it was. It's organized her wardrobe. Yes. So at the beginning, I told her, just on the top, you put all the sports stuff, then the pullovers, but it didn't work. Even if she can see that it's only sports stuff on the first cupboard. Then we said, okay, I will do it in another way. Then she did these different stickers, and we put these stickers. Today, she doesn't need them anymore, but it was just to get her used to it. And I think also with smaller children, you can do a lot of funny things. Even if they are not capable to read already, you just make small pictures, or you can cut pictures out of a magazine, or yes, let them color themselves and just put the stickers on. So now this is very, very, and I really don't do anything here. So you see, just here the T-shirt. I said yesterday, Sophia, could you please just put your T-shirt in the cupboard, and she just throw it in, you see? So, yeah, but then that's also very important. What I said before, easy and quick accessibility. This is for her dirty clothes. So at the beginning, when she was sitting on her bed, I told her, just try to throw your clothes into this basket. And sometimes she didn't reach the basket, so I took it and put it inside. But it was also a funny way to approach how to deal with dirty clothes, and don't just put it on the ground. And now it's working quite good. And she's even she asked me, can I do once the laundry? Could you explain me how to do it? And we did it together. So I think she's really getting this independence, and it's really it's so how do you say, it's so impressing also, really, the progress she's doing. Because at the beginning, I said, oh my God, I don't know. But I think I was also like this. I was always complaining, and okay, why don't you understand? But I think you just have to start for step by step. And it takes, of course, it takes time, but you will see after a while, they get used to it. Yeah.
I actually have a question because, for example, as I said, my son, he usually doesn't really play much in his room.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't do homework either in his room. Mm-hmm. So mostly the homework gets done at the kitchen table, which I also encourage, because then he doesn't feel like, you know, he's put away in a room alone to do his homework. Mm-hmm. It's something that happens within the family, and we're all interacting together, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, it's very interesting, this question, because like as I am, I can't work in a room where it's very, very how do I say, calm. I need to have like a background noise. So I think it's depending of your child. Maybe your son, it's also, he needs this background noise to be capable to concentrate. So what I say to the clients, try when he's in his room to put music just soft behind, or maybe just, you have to try. Some children, they like to have soft music. Some children, they need to have a little of a beat. So it depends. Or if he really needs to have the family members beside of him, just try to put him on a table where you see that he has the less how do you say, distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because yeah, as I said before, some children, they need this ground noise to concentrate. So you have to test a little bit. And also for the playing, if you want also to play in your living room, maybe just make a small corner where it's really just reserved for himself. So he's staying with you, but he knows it's my corner, they are my toys, and I can put it in my cupboard. So I think you have to try on and try it on and have a look if it works. Yeah. That's also what I did. Try and error. Just try. Okay, it works. Okay, I keep it. It doesn't work. Try another thing. So I think, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe Shema, if he doesn't like something, he doesn't feel comfortable. That's why he doesn't want to stay there a little bit longer. So
no, we never actually tried, Irina. It was all. I mean, he's still not very independent when it comes to his homework. I'm still very much involved when he's doing his homework. He usually needs, for example, when he's doing math, he needs somebody to show him how to solve the first problem of the page, and then he can do the rest mostly independently. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And usually it's like we're doing, and he has a much younger sister who's 4 years younger than him, who's roaming around. And she is still at an age where she cannot just, be left alone. And we tell her, okay, we're going to disappear for an hour to do homework. Yeah. So for me, it's like we're all sitting at the kitchen table. She's coloring or she's doing some craft or something, and I'm sitting next to him doing something as well. And we try to keep it as quiet as possible. But I'm still very involved.
And so, how old is your son now?
He's 9.
9, yeah. Yeah, now my daughter is 13, but till 10, 11, I also had to be beside of her. I think, they're too young to do it by themselves. I think
yes, exactly. And thinking of, with their executive function being a third of their age behind their peers. So you would actually, I mean, you should be considering him more of a 6-year-old rather than a 9-year-old. So imagine, if he is theoretically a 6-year-old, then you wouldn't leave a 6-year-old to do homework alone.
But I'm sure if you put a whiteboard in his room and you leave him first to do some drawings, I'm sure that he will want to do the homework in his room.
Okay, I can try that.
Maybe start not from homework, but other activities.
Just what I said, just to leave him first drawing, and then say, okay, now we try to do some homework on it. What would you start to do? And I think it's because if you buy the whiteboard, try to buy a magnetic one, because then
I have one
to play with this
images.
magnetic. Yeah. Then you can also, when doing mathematics with the whiteboard, you can a lot learn how to structure. And when they learn how to structure in the mathematics, you will see they will also structure their life. That's what happened to my daughters. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge, so it's very interesting. And also about the mood boards, I think, by playing with them. So that's something we are. You see my background. It's my vision board.
Yeah.
Some years ago.
So it's nice. Yeah.
There. So that's really helping them to build in a different way as well. I have a question. What about mirror? Of course, the girl. She's 13 years old.
Yes.
So do you think that needs to be in a room? Is it big, small? Is it really disruptive?
So she has a mirror, but I can show you how her mirror is. Do you see?
Small, Yeah, okay.
A
So
small
it's
one.
panel of the other
Yeah.
pictures. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but what from sort of a scientific practical you suggest? Because I mean, visually, I like the big mirror. It's just like enlarging the room, but it can be also disruptive.
You can also put a mirror inside of the cupboard of the door when you open it.
Okay.
So it's closed, and when you need it, the child can open it. So it's closed, but you still have a big mirror.
You need to, yeah. For the
Yeah.
stuff, you know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.